Question number 3. We'll start with you, Brother Jerry. With our membership dwindling, how do you propose we become more relevant to young men today?
Well, I think one of the things we need to do is we kind of talked about in the last question is we need to use the social media and electronic communication to get more information out there about what we actually do and who we are. As Most Worshipful Brother Jim Mendoza has been saying, we need to reclaim the narrative. There's too many History Channel videos, too many Dan Brown books that give a false impression of who we really are and what we do. So we need to use social media and also perhaps redo some of our pamphlets and information that we have to hand out. Most of it's pretty dated and it doesn't really represent the things we're doing currently in our communities and in our jurisdiction. So I think redoing some of those handouts, doing more on social media, getting more information out there about the types of activities that our lodges are involved in our community outreach. Today's a perfect example. Daylight Lodge is working with the Washington Film School, or the Seattle Film School to do this. That's a great message to give to our other brothers and other potential members that this is just one of the examples of how our lodges work with the community and things that we're doing. We just need to reclaim our narrative. Thank you.
Brother Chris, same question. With our membership dwindling, how do you propose we become more relevant to young men today?
Well, and I agree with Jerry. The stepping out and making ourselves visible to the public, I think, is key. We talked today during Daylight's stated meeting, their work with Roots and the Seattle Symphony, ongoing stuff. Methil Valley Lodge in Twist is the center of their community. That lodge may have small numbers, but it's a small community, but they are the center of that community. We need to be out in the public, adopt a street, do more than just one-time things. Bikes for Books, scholarships are great programs. They do great work, but they're one-time people see. Doing things that we're doing constantly once a month, twice a month, where we're out in the public, providing some good for society, I think will attract more of the young people, as well as giving them the opportunity to learn the underlying principles from which Masonry is built. Thank you.
Brother John, same question. With our membership dwindling, how do you propose we become more relevant to young men today?
Well, I think that as I go around the state and ask that question to a lot of the younger members that have come in, what brought them in is making the lodge relevant to the community. It's one thing to join a fraternity of which traditionally for many of the millennials has been a lodge of older men. It's another thing to come into a lodge and realize that they can make a difference. And as a young man, can take on a community issue and make a difference. And that's what makes a lodge grow, and that's what makes a lodge gain in popularity and interest, and more importantly, in relevance. So as we look to these programs, we assign to these young people those areas of which they see a need, and then that need becomes their cause. And that becomes associated with the lodge. And the lodge adds its value to those programs. And I think as we do that, not only to our new members will we gain that respect, but also to the community will gain that respect.